2, Ali Grib. Number 10, Kelsey Musa. Number 22, Alexandra Ronan. Number 15, Kathleen Topsky. Number 7, Kathleen Jewett. Number 14, Taylor Cronquist. Number 8, Beth Fisher. Number 11, Taylor Grover. Number 9, Elizabeth Parker. Number 4, Justin Davis. And the goalkeeper, Caroline Fitzgerald. And starting lineup for our home team, Chazy, are number 12, Morgan Lucas. Number 5, Victoria Reynolds. Number 23, Austin Temple. Number 4, Sonny Thomas. Number 14, Madeline Guess. Number 22, Devin Lefano. Number 25, Megan Ryan. Number 19, Bridget Dobbs. Number 11, Caitlin June. Number 10, Brittany Gabriel. And goalkeeper, Steve Field. The coaches for today are Mr. Duma and Mr. Rowe. Please stand for the goal of national anthem.
Hello everybody, I'm Joey Trombley along with Joe Poissant. It is October 30th and I have Sam... Huh? 29th, and it's Calvin. And it's Calvin. I'm totally messed up here. I told Calvin when I got up here I thought it was the 30th, but it's the 29th.
These are girls.
And this is a girls' game between the Chazy Eagles and the Bolton Eagles. We're at the George Brendler Field here in Chazy. And Calvin, all year long we've been saying what beautiful weather for soccer, but tonight we feel the chill in the air.
It's soccer time.
There is no doubt about it. It was about 40 degrees here at game time. It's going to be into the 30s before this baby's over. Joe, Chazy and Bolton have played 2 times earlier this year, and actually this is Bolton's 3rd time here in a month.
Yeah, they've come up here, and I don't think they have a victory yet this year. The Chazy girls have been able to handle them both times, and we'll find out if it happens again. Bolton's coming off a win. They just played Keene, and they beat them 5-0. Maybe they have a little momentum going. We'll find out. But the Eagles last week just dismantled the Mariah Vikings. Came up here in a sectional game, 10-0, and from what I heard, it wasn't even that close. So the Chazy girls have been on a roll. They had 1 loss this year to Elizabethtown at the home field, and since then they haven't lost. They've been steamrolling some teams.
Well, Chazy has played Bolton twice earlier this year. About a month ago, about this time, Chazy beat Bolton 2-0 during the regular season, and it was a really good game. So you didn't know what to expect when Bolton came here for the MVAC championships. And like you said, Chazy's been on a roll. They won that game 7-1, but earlier that week they beat Elizabethtown, their arch rival, twice that week, 4-0 and 5-0.
Yeah, they haven't allowed a goal in a little while. This defense has been playing really well, working the ball up the field. The girls have been finishing extremely well with Reynolds and Kempinen having a big game the other evening against Mariah. I think they had 4 goals apiece.
They each had 4 goals and an assist. And then we can't forget the 8th grader they brought up, Caitlin Lapierre. And boy, she has been a spark plug for this team.
Oh my, yeah, that girl impressed me when I saw her play against Elizabethtown. She had a big 3-goal night against Elizabethtown down in Au Sable on the playoff game they had for the Northern Division. She come out of, she has a wicked sense for the ball. You could see it on her. She follows it extremely well. She kind of reminds me of Nolan Ryan. When Nolan Ryan was first coming up in 8th grade, she reminded me a little bit of him. She has a speed, she has a good nose for the ball. We'll see what she can do tonight against this Bolton Eagle team.
Well, Chazy comes into this game, and you said it, Joe. They are on a roll. Again, they beat E-Town twice that week. They beat Bolton. They come in, they play Mariah, beat them 10-0. And so here they are into the semifinals. They already have a couple shots here earlier in the game. It's a long season. You start out in the dog days of August, and they're doing their spring training, if you will, or fall training, if you will, to get ready for the soccer season. And as the season progresses, you hope to improve. And boy, I'll tell you, it looks like the girls are peaking at the right time.
Yeah, they're doing it right here in the sectional playoff situation that they have to do it, and this is do or die. You win, you go on. You lose, you're done. The Chazy team, they went to the finals last year in the the Class D, the state championship. They went to the finals, state championship. They got beat 1-0 in a very good game. There's an excellent chance for them right there. Chazy is putting some pressure on them pretty early. They have 3 shots on net. And I think they're going to be continuing. They have to finish here, get a couple goals early if they possibly can to put this Bolton team down, try to catch Bolton up. And when they catch them up, they're going to burn them because they have some speed on that offensive unit.
Well, one of the strengths of the Bolton team is their goalie, Carol Ann Fitzgerald, and we've seen her make 3 nice saves here already early in the game. And in the MVAC championship game, the score was 7-1. It could have been much worse than that, but you had to get your hats off to the goalie, Fitzgerald.
Yeah, she's going to be tested here again tonight. She's been tested 3 times early, and I think the Chazy girls team, they're gonna keep pressing the issue. Hopefully, Bridget Dowell's played an outstanding season once again. Madeline Gay again, Victoria Reynolds again. These girls are all stars, and rightfully so, all of them. The defensive unit for the Eagles, I think, is unheralded. They haven't let a lot of goals in the last
6 goals so far.
6 goals so far this year. That's out of 20 games.
Well, yeah, they're like 18-1. This is like the 20th game.
This is the 20th game. That is phenomenal to allow only 6 goals. That shows the strength and the maturity of that defense that they have. They brought Dahl back from last year. They had Goodrow. She's played extremely well. The right fullback, is that Levine?
That's Levine.
Levine, she was there last year. Megan Reynolds is a newcomer, or Megan Ryan is a newcomer. She didn't play last year, but she's been an integral part of this defensive unit.
Absolutely, and you know, the last goal they gave up was in the MVAC championship game. The game was in hand at 7-0. Oh, nice feed from Reynolds over to...
Nice.
What a play from Reynolds to Kempinen.
Yeah, beautiful. That started right from the defensive unit. Ryan kicked that ball into the middle. Right, beautiful passing by the Eagles. Beautiful passing.
And that's the Chazy's game plan. They keep the ball on the ground. And again, you look at Reynolds, who's a big goal scorer, but unselfishly pushes it over to the open person into the box, 18-yard line, and Kempinen puts it away. But very unselfish of Victoria Reynolds.
Oh yeah, Victoria, she's known for that. She can score goals, she can pass. You know, she's one of the leading scorers in the league. Actually, the whole section, I think she is the leading scorer.
She's number 1, and Nolan's number 1 for the boys.
No, that's great for both Chazy teams. But this Victoria Reynolds, she can do it all. She has speed. She's been playing since she's in 8th grade also. Kempinen, she's a freshman. They brought her up last year. She played in that finalist team. As an 8th grader last year, definitely see the improvement with her. As good as she was last year, this year she's bigger, faster, stronger, and she's smarter. You can see it. She has some phenomenal speed coming down that right side. She makes some nice crosses, and she's also one of the leading scorers in the whole area, Kempinen.
Absolutely. And Chazy has a lot of those players. You've been naming them here early on. A lot of these players have that playoff experience, state championship experience. And we've said this with the boys, we'll say it with the girls. There's nothing more than these girls want to do is go back to that state championship, not even make the Final Four. They want to get back to that championship game.
Yeah, they've raised the bar over the last few years. The Chazy girls have done extremely well into state competition. They've been to the Final Four and some finals several times in the last 8-10 years. The Chazy girls, they just got to crust it. This team here might be the team to do it. They brought Morgan Rusi back again. She was a freshman last year. She's contributing great things to this offensive unit. She's playing on the left side. Good passing skills that she has. Like you were saying, they all have playoff experience. They know what it takes.
Well, you have to keep in mind the boys, before they won their 2 championships back-to-back, 6 times they made it to the Final Four and did not make it to the finals. Matter of fact, the big joke in the state was that the Chazy boys were the Buffalo Bills of the NFL.
Yeah, and they were like the Boston Red Sox, I guess. And Boston just did it again last night. The boys cracked it for a few times. They've been there. I think the Chazy girls, they stand a really good chance of state competition, I believe, once they get out of the section. They might be playing their old nemesis, Elizabethtown, coming here Saturday night. Elizabethtown has to play Willsboro.
At PHS.
Yeah, at PHS. That's going to be a 6 o'clock game. This Saturday, it's going to be November 3rd. They got to get past this first. They got to do one game at a time. The Chazy Eagles, this is a good sharpen their skills up for Elizabethtown. Elizabethtown's going to bring their A game.
Well,
they got to get by Willsboro.
Yeah, they got to get by Willsboro. But I'll tell you what, Chazy and E-Town playing 3 times. Oh, what a play that was. Chazy and Elizabethtown have already played 3 times this year because of that playoff game.
Yeah.
So to play the same team 4 times in 1 year, I don't think any coach really enjoys doing that.
No, but the Chazy girls, they lost, I believe, their first league game they've ever lost to Elizabethtown the first time they played each other right here at George Brendler Field. They beat them handily down in Elizabethtown the second time, and they beat them handily 2 nights later down in Ausable. So the Chazy girls are on a roll. They're playing very well. Notice Coach Dumoulin moving the girls around a whole lot. They can't really mark Reynolds. You try to mark Reynolds, he's going to put her on the outside. Coach Dumoulin's doing a great job as far as this offensive unit, moving him around, bringing the 8th grader Caitlin Lapierre in. And she's contributed four goals in the 2 games that they played against Elizabethtown.
Yeah, 4 goals.
Yep.
And I was talking to Calvin about this at an earlier game that we did. There are so many offensive weapons on that team. I mean, okay, let's put somebody on Kempton, let's put him on Reynolds, and then you have Rusey, you have Lapierre, who's not in the game right now.
You got Dahl, you got Madeline Gay. They can all score.
Shawnee
Trombley, too. They can all score.
Devin Latchmore, who came up as a JV, can find the back of the net.
Yeah, and that's what makes it nice. You cannot key on one Chazy player. They have all kinds of weapons for the offense.
And, we're talking about the offense, but, boy, you got to look at that defense. And Calvin and I talked about this before. But, boy, you just feel very comfortable back there with Brittany Goodrow in the stopper position. Or actually, she's in the sweeper position. No. Sweeper position. In the sweeper position, you feel very comfortable with her back there. She's like Jordan Spiegel and Kyla Fountain is for the boys.
Yeah, well, she's able to do that because she has Bridget Dahl in front of her. She allows Bridget Dahl to play an aggressive kind of stopper position. Bridget Dahl is one tough player.
Oh, she anchors that defense as soon as they come across that field.
She is tough, and she does some beautiful things with that ball. She sets up a lot of plays that allows her, Goodrow allows her to play an aggressive kind of a stopper position, and with Madeline Gay in front of Bridget, and you have
Shawnee Trombley on the far side.
Yeah, you have a very solid unit out there, especially right down the middle with Reynolds. Reynolds has the speed. I don't believe in Class D up around this region that you're going to find a better middle of any team than you're going to find the Chazy girls have.
Well, even if you can get by that diamond defense of the girls, you can't knock the senior Casey Olds, one of the best goalies to come out of the Chazy system in a long time.
Yeah, she's done extremely well. This is her 2nd year playing at the varsity level. She also has playoff experience last year playing in that finals. She's done extremely well when she's called upon to make saves. Normally she's not, though. They don't allow a lot of shots on goal, this defensive unit.
No, not at all. And right now, Bolton is trying to make a run. And one of the big players for Bolton is number 15, Kathleen Totsky. And the MVAC game, she was all over the place, and she's the one that got the goal. And it was actually kind of nice to see her get it, because that was a player for Bolton that just did not give up for 40 minutes that day.
Yeah, it's always, you got to have players like that. Actually, your whole team has to play like that. If you're going to play championship caliber soccer at any level, you got to play. Your whole team has to hustle. And you have to play, especially against a team like Chazy, you got to play mistake-free ball. You got to bring your best game, and hopefully Chazy has an off game. I believe, personally, watching that Elizabethtown game when they beat Chazy, that's exactly what happened. Chazy wasn't exactly having an on game, and Elizabethtown just didn't miss that night. They come up strong with every plays, but ever since that game, you're watching the Chazy girls, they're hustling, they're stepping in front of the ball. And that's what you have to do. You have to hustle.
Well, Joe, and we've said this with the boys before, but if you notice the girls, how they move without the ball, everybody plays their position in the open field.
Yeah, very well coached. A lot of these girls are playing with the Waterburys down at Plattsburgh Football Club. Several of them, as a matter of fact, have been playing with that unit. And the coaching, you can see the coaching, it pays off. They've done extremely well. There's a little mistake there, those two. But they have plenty there back there to stop it. They play really well. They cover for each other.
Well, number 4 for Bolton's
Nice
Justine Tigger. She's a great player for Bolton. She played well in the MVAC, and Chazy clears it up into the Bolton territory. And what were you saying just prior to that, Joe?
Oh, I was saying, as far as watching the Chazy girls, they've moved the ball well. They're well coached. These girls, a lot of these girls play for the Plattsburgh Football Club during the summer and in the indoor. Indoor, it's invaluable. It's a quicker game, really fast. A lot of these girls are playing indoor. A lot of them are playing year-round for Chazy, and you can see that it does make a difference.
Well, Joe, you know, times back when we were playing in the 70s, they can say the world's a smaller world now. Back when we were playing, I mean, you never really mixed with the other kids from other teams, didn't really ever know them. Now these kids, half of them play through all year round. They play, like I know Victoria Reynolds plays with a lot of the Elizabethtown girls down in the football club, so they become friends. They get on the internet and they talk back and forth. Well, we didn't have that back in the 70s. I mean, you heard about these kids by what you read in the paper, and then you met them on the field for the first time. Now a lot of these teams are just good friends.
Yeah, and it makes it kind of nice. You know, they're going to be rivals when they're on the field. When they're done the game, they're going to shake hands, and they'll communicate. I'm sure when they're on the field, I'm sure they talk a little bit. And I don't hear any actually trash talking per se, because I think they have enough respect for each other not to do that. But they're competitive when they're playing against each other. When the game is done, they're friends.
Exactly. And this is the third time that Chazy's playing Bolton, and I know the coaches say this, boy, it's tough to beat somebody 3 times in 1 year.
Yes, it is. It's always tough. You're gonna find that this team is here because for a reason. They're good. They're well coached. They don't seem to be packing in the box like a lot of teams would. You figure against this high-powered Chazy offense. They're coming out. They're trying to move the ball down the field. They're spreading it out a little bit. They're not packing 18 people inside that box.
Well, that strategy didn't work in the MVAC. So, I mean, here's the situation. You're coming here. You know what you're playing against. So, basically, if you try to box in and play for the shootout, that's not going to happen with a team of this caliber. So you got to open it up, and hopefully your girls are on. I mean, they have some good players in Justine Tigger. We talked about Totsky. There's also Beth Fisher's one of the top players out there. Elizabeth Parker. So they have some good talent out there, and hopefully they're going to have an on night and get some offense going.
Yep, you're gonna find. I think this keeper here for Bolton, they've been playing in some of the game here about in the middle of the field, middle 2/3 of the field here. So they've definitely stepped that up a little bit. They're not allowing Chazy the shots they were having earlier in the game. I haven't seen a shot here for the Chazy Eagles for a few minutes.
Well, we're approaching the 25-minute mark here. It is 1-0 Chazy on a beautiful score from Ostreed Kempinen. It was a nice feed from Victoria Reynolds. We have a corner kick right now. Madeline Gay will take the kick for the Lady Eagles here. And that comes outside the box. And ball is headed up to, it was Rusi heading the ball up. And it's cleared out. Kempinen looking to make a move, trying to get by one player. She does, and takes the shot into the goalie, and Fitzgerald's up for the task. We are at the George Brendler Field. It is the 29th of October. Calvin's on the camera. I got it right this time, Calvin. Joe Poissant's to my left. I'm on the mic, Joey Trombley, and we're calling tonight's action. It is a nice night as far as no wind or precipitation, but it is our coolest night that we've called games this year so far this fall, Joe.
Oh yeah, this is soccer season now. Hopefully the mosquitoes are all gone because
black flies.
Yeah. When mosquitoes are lasting in the middle of October, it's a bit much.
Well, it's going to be a kick for the Bolton Eagles here, and number 7 looking to line it up for the Eagles. It's Kathleen Bliley. She sends it back. It was a push on Reynolds. And number 24, Caitlin Lapierre, getting ready to check in for the Eagles. Comes up, Latchmore tries to send it up over to Morgan Rusi. She does. It goes back to Madeline Gay, who sends it into the Bolton territory, but back into Chazy territory with Shawnee Trombley giving chase, and it's cleared down the wing. It goes out of bounds, throw in by Megan Ryan, and it's a change coming in. Caitlin Lapierre, Morgan Rusi coming out, and there's the 8th grader we were talking about, Joe, Caitlin Lapierre.
Yep. Sooner going in for Rusi. Like I said, watching Coach Dumoulin, he's moving these girls around pretty well in that front line. He's going to probably, he had some good success with it against Elizabethtown. Rusi had some nice long balls at some passes in those last, the time she's been in there. She had some nice passes. You're going to find Coach Dumoulin switching it up. Hopefully they'll have the same success as they did against Elizabethtown. Nice speed by Kampanen. That just shows you what she has right there. Nice speed.
Looks like a corner kick for the Eagles. And it's like you say, Joe, tonight one team is going to go home, and if it happens to be Bolton, they're going to be losing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors on this team.
7 seniors. The Eagles, Chazy Eagles, how many seniors are on the Chazy Eagles team?
Chazy Eagles, well, we're looking at, oh, nice head. Goodrow would be 1. Levine would be 1.
Keeper Old.
Old would be 1. That's 3. And pretty much that's all they're losing this year.
And they have a powerful team this year. They're going to be bringing back a core group of girls. They are going to miss Goodrow back there, but she's definitely going to be replaced by Dahl, maybe unless another underclassman steps in there. You're going to see Dahl maybe there next year. Maybe Madeline Gay. You're going to need to see somebody with some sure footage that they have. Madeline Gay would do a phenomenal job any place you put her on the field, just like Dahl. Nice turn, nice shot.
And there's that Fitzgerald, I told you.
Nice
came
save.
Up big. So Carol Ann Fitzgerald makes a nice save. Another corner kick for the Eagles, but it was a nice kick by Reynolds and
Beautiful
a good save.
Turnaround, yeah, beautiful turnaround, first time shot. Nice. That keeps the keeper right on their toes. She made a beautiful save.
Shawnee Trombley will take this corner kick for the Lady Eagles as we're approaching the 21-minute mark in the first half. And the ball goes in toward the box. It's cleared out.
Right there, boy.
Come on, breach!
And it's cleared out of the box, and charge on the Eagles, and it'll be a kick for Bolton. And you know, for a cool night tonight, Joe, it's not a bad crowd.
No, not a bad crowd for a Monday evening. It's nice. You've seen a pretty good turnout.
Well, you can see the field has, I mean, when the season started, this thing was plush green, and you can see what 2 months of activity has done. Well, we have a few more games, about 1 more week of games here, then it will be over with, and the field can get a chance to replenish itself.
Yeah, they're also playing CVAC sectional games here, boys and girls.
Next Friday.
Yeah, they played a batch here the other evening. The field's been getting some good usage this year, and it seems to have held up. There's little brown spots here in the middle, but you got to expect that after a long season.
Well, and of course this game will not have been played. Nice play by Fitzgerald. The tomorrow, which of course these games will have been long gone by the time this is aired. But there's 3 games here, a triple header tomorrow here at the George Brendler Field. The Chazy boys play their semifinal match against Willsboro, and are you going to be here for that game, Joe?
Yes, I will be here.
Okay, and then at 5 o'clock it's Northeastern playing, and then at 7 o'clock it's PHS. Everybody thinks it'll be PHS and Northeastern in for the championship game here on Friday, November 3rd.
Yeah, they both have to make it there first. Just that's what the old saying goes, 1 game at a time, because anything can happen. But I think that PHS and Northeastern are the 2 powerhouses in the CVAC for the boys, and it should be some good games. The girls' CVACs, they've been playing here. There was a good game the other evening between Saranac and Northeastern that Northeastern won in shootouts. So that shows you that there's some good parity in that division.
Absolutely. Actually, it was Saranac and Northeastern played here, and that was a game actually that Saranac, you could say, outplayed Northeastern.
Nice
and
right
oh,
there.
nice shot.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow, what a shot. And
oh, my.
The ball was headed. Is that Victoria Reynolds?
I don't know, but Madeline Gay set that up. Madeline Gay set that up with a powerful shot from her right foot, causing all kinds of problems. It hit underneath the crossbar. And Victoria, I think, cleaned it up.
Yeah, it was Madeline Gay, a bullet of a shot that kind of went off the goalie's hands, off the crossbar. Yeah, that's what it is. And Victoria Reynolds into the back of the net. So that's her first goal. But what, and you know, when you have Madeline Gay back there along with Bridget Dahl, they're offensive weapons because they're such powerful kickers. They got just a powerful shot along with Shawnee Tremblay.
Yeah, I've seen Madeline and Bridget both put from 30, 35 yards out, put bullets right on net. The goalkeeper definitely can't come off their line too far with those girls out there.
Well, it's 9 shots for the Eagles so far, and more importantly, 2-0 on the scoreboard. And if Chazy can win this game, they move on to the championship game this coming Saturday, actually, at Plattsburgh High School. It will be a 6 o'clock game. And theoretically, Joe, if things go true to form, it could be an all Chazy, all Elizabethtown night next Saturday.
Yeah, very possible. Right there was some nice ball movement by Kempinen and who's this girl that playing halfback? It's Devin Lattimore. That was some nice work by those two. Kempinen took it inside, sucked the defense with her, and she kicked it right out to the corner, allowing Lattimore to make a play on it. That's what they're going to have to keep doing. That's how it brings them good success when they can move that ball like that. They've been doing a good job.
Well, it all comes down if you can control the midfield, control the ball, keep the ball on the ground, get 3 or 4 passes off, you will pretty much control the game. Oh, what a play by boy, she almost got across, and the 8th grader was there, Lapierre. But the defense
causing all kinds of problems for this left side of their defense. She's causing all kinds of problems.
Tough player.
Yeah, fast, very fast.
Nice play by Dow, trying to get by 2 players. And she challenges, and that's what happens when you challenge like that. You force the players to get rid of the ball, and that's what Bolton did, and it was controlled by Ryan in the Chazy territory, and she pushes it up over to, it was Shawnee Tremblay, it looked like. And Shawnee giving a nice effort out there.
Yeah, nice ball movement by the Eagles, bringing it back over to Ryan. Ryan was cheating on this side a little bit. She got the ball, she kicked it to the opposite field. That's good. That's good play right there. Nice step over. Nice step over.
And the ball is cleared into Chazy territory. Levine calmly takes the ball. She tries to go down the wing over to Kempinen. Kempinen will trap it.
Yep,
she's looking. Trap. She pushes the open field over to Rusi.
Beautiful moving trap by Kempinen. You see what that ball? She didn't stop that ball. She had a nice moving trap. She was moving when she trapped that.
It was almost like a trap pass at the same time.
That's exactly what it is. That's what you try to learn. You younger kids are out there watching that. That right there was a perfect kind of trap, taking it away from the defense and moving, keeping the ball moving, not just stopping it. She kept total control.
Well, there's the corner kick from Shawnee Tremblay, and the ball is headed out toward the box, and it is Gay who will push it back to Tremblay. Tremblay will control. She sends it on the ground, controlled by Bolton. And nice pass from the Bolton player out to the wing, being challenged by Lattimore. Goes too far, and the ball goes out. It'll be throw-in for Lattimore.
Nice containment defense by Lattimore right there. She didn't play an aggressive kind of defense. She didn't have to. She had some help back there. Forced that girl to do something she didn't really want to do. She couldn't really catch up to the ball. Nice containment defense.
And the ball is just outside the 18. It's cleared to the far side, and it is Shawnee Tremblay giving chase, as well as Justine Tigger. And she sends it into Chazy territory, but there's Bridget Dahl. Dahl pushes it back over to Goodrow. Goodrow will send it to the left side, trying to find Tremblay. Tremblay hustling, but Tigger is there for Bolton. Ball sent into Bolton territory, back into Chazy territory, controlled by, it would have been Shawnee Tremblay, back over to Levine. Levine on the right-hand side, coming down, surveying the situation, and she's trying to get by 1 player, and she gets by number 8. That would be Fisher. And the ball is pushed back by Fisher, very nicely, controlled by Levine. She has Lattimore behind her, has Gay in front of her. Gay traps, sends it back over to Lattimore. Lattimore sends it over to Shawnee Tremblay. Tremblay will try to trap the ball. Tremblay working her way to the 18. Nice pass over to the 8th grader. And good defense from Bolton, but nice play from Shawnee Tremblay. And here she goes again. And Chazy came close there, Joe.
Yeah, nice cover, nice recovery by the Bolton defense. I thought for sure she had a nice through ball to Caitlin Lapierre for coming in from that left side. They started it back here at that halfway line, moving the ball extremely well. Levine and Devin Lattimore did some switching back here, did some nice things. Getting up to Madeline Gay, who's very strong in the middle. That's what she does. She's that center halfback. She sets everything up. She's good.
Well, we're approaching the 15-minute mark here in the first half. Chazy with a 2-0 lead. They have outshot Bolton up to this point, 10 shots to 0. The corner kicks are 5-0 favoring Chazy. So quite frankly, when you look at those statistics, and we're seeing it here watching the game, that Chazy is definitely dominating the game at this point.
Yeah, they're moving the ball really well. You watch Coach Dumoulin, he's subbing one at a time. Moving them around. Who's coming out this time now? Shawnee Tremblay?
Well, we have, it looks like Shawnee coming out. Victoria Reynolds is in. Kempinen switches positions, and actually,
Kempinen's going.
and on this side is coming Lapierre, Caitlin Lapierre. She comes over to our near side here, and it is a Green throw-in. And Green's looking for a sub. And number 22, it is Latchmore, has the ball knocked away. It goes to Fisher. Fisher has a nice player for the, matter of fact, Fisher's an all-star this year for Bolton. And it goes to Justine Tigger on the far side. Tigger has it knock off of, it looks like Kempinen. Throw in for the Bolton Eagles. And number 10, Nisha coming in.
They got a third official down there to put the players in. And he's fallen down on the job, but we won't mention Clark's name.
And the ball goes into Casey Olds, and she'll work her way.
It's the first time she's touched the ball this game, is it?
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a shot. It was cleared in there.
Bolton up, can bring that ball up. Bolton seems to be working that. They're in the middle of the field now. The Eagles playing some more defense than they would probably like to.
Well, Kempinen giving chase to Tigger, and it's Kempinen with the ball, pushes it back over to Ryan.
Nice ball.
Ryan sends it up the wing, trying to find Reynolds. And it was off Green. It'll be a throw in for the Eagles, the Lady Eagles, and it will be Ryan with the throw in about midfield. She sends it up trying to find Reynolds, and it goes too far up, and the ball sent all the way up. It looks, yeah, it will stay in. Ryan will control. She sends it back over to Goodrow. Goodrow sends it up trying to find Gay, but it's cleared back, and it looks like Fisher with the ball. Fisher with the ball, taking the shot. And Casey Olds is there, and it was a weak shot, but the first shot on net for the Bolton Eagles.
Yeah, you watch that Chazy defense. They might have that time kept coming this way with the ball instead of cutting it back inside. It was all wide open over here. It's just using the field wisely. You get some of these better teams when they go into the States, and some teams you cannot put that ball right in the back in the middle, especially on the defensive level. You got to kick it out to the sides, use the field.
Well, it's going to be a throw-in for the Bolton Eagles. It looks like Cronquist taking the throw-in for Bolton. And it's cleared out, throw-in for the Bolton Eagles. And we're looking at number 2, Ali Gribb, taking the throw-in for Bolton.
Nice hustle.
And she gets it up over to 22.
Okay, she's all over the place, too. She's very tough in the middle.
Nice play by Rusi.
Yeah, good ball. Nice pass. Look at that beautiful through ball.
And Reynolds trying to do something with it, and it's knocked away, and there comes Justin Tigger being challenged by Kempinen. And Kempinen takes it away from Tigger, and Tigger's a fast player for the Bolton Eagles.
Yeah, Kempinen, she's causing some problems on that side also. Oh, just offsides on Caitlin Lapierre, but you're seeing Kempinen, she can handle both sides of that field. She's caused problems on this side, now she's causing problems for the defense on the opposite side also.
Well, I think it's good strategy moving her around like that, because it keeps the defense off guard.
Excellent strategy. It's what he was using against Elizabethtown, and it worked, and it appears to be working today. They've creating a lot of opportunities. They have 10 shots on goal here, and we have 11 minutes left. That's pretty good.
Chazy with a 2-0 lead. They're hoping to add on to that here before the first half comes to an end. Pressure from the Eagles, and Shawnee Tremblay will check back into the game. Devin Latchmore coming out of the game. And Chazy with a 2-0 lead. But the way that the flow of the game's going, you almost feel that's probably all they're going to need.
Yeah. We'll find out here in a few minutes. Bolton's waiting for a lucky break, maybe. But they don't seem to be packing in the box much. Like you see some teams play the Chazy Eagles. They'll pack in the box, hope for a tie, and if they can possibly get it, hope for a goal and just go sit on it if they can get a goal lead. But once you get down 2 goals against this Eagle team, you cannot sit back there because they're just going to peck away at you time and time again. You got Madeline Gay can kick the ball from 30 yards out with a lot of authority. Bridget Dahl can do the same right here.
There's a tough shot. And Bridget Dahl let that go from, what, 40 yards?
Yeah, it really wasn't a shot. It wasn't as hard as I've seen her definitely kick it. But, you know, it was on net, and it can create a problem if keeper doesn't handle it cleanly if you're crashing the net.
Chazy doing a nice job moving the ball around. Of course, it's controlled by Fisher right now, but nice hustle from behind by Kempinen. And Kempinen almost has like deceiving speed out there. You know, their players controlling the ball, and out of nowhere comes Kempinen.
Yeah, she has a really good burst of speed, like a 10, 15-yard dash, real quick to the ball she is.
And the ball back to midfield. There's Madeline Gay. Madeline Gay controlling the ball. And she tries to go up to Victoria Reynolds. Reynolds giving chase along with Fisher. And Fisher sends it up to the right side and controlled by Kempinen back toward the middle. And Caitlin Lapierre trying to get the ball, but nice defensive play by number 7 for Bolton. And number 7 would be Kathleen Bliley. And right now controlled by Bolton. But taken away ball. Kempinen almost took it away. And I'm not sure if she should have just kicked that ball out like that. And Totsky is an all-star for Bolton, and she probably should have did a little better job than kicking that out of bounds with nobody on her. But controlled by Chazy. But, you know, to Bolton's credit, I mean, they've only kept Chazy, they only given up 2 goals so far, and they were nice goals.
Yeah, both of them are nice goals. Chazy's had some opportunities to get a few others, and they haven't capitalized only on the 2, which is a nice lead to have at any time. Anybody will take a 2-goal lead, but when you have 11 shots on goal compared to what is it? They've had 1. The Chazy Eagles have definitely kept up the pressure on them. They haven't let off. Like I said, Coach Dumoulin is doing a nice job with these girls on this offensive side, moving them around. There's a nice corner ball. Oh, almost.
Almost. But good effort from Shawnee Tremblay trying to find Caitlin Lapierre. And we're under 8 minutes, Joe. It's a 2-0 lead here at the George Brendler Field on the 29th of October. And tomorrow night we have the Willsboro game, and that's actually Cabbage night.
Cabbage night, huh?
And that's what they called when we were kids.
I haven't heard of that in a while.
I know that. It would be nice that you're up here to keep you off the street that night, Joe.
I have to be home before dark. That's what my wife said.
It's a 3 o'clock game.
Yeah. Calvin tells us it's a 3 o'clock game, so Joe has a lot of time.
What are you giving away for candy, Calvin?
We got cookies coming tomorrow night.
Well, right now the ball is at midfield, controlled by Sam Levine.
Yeah, nice switch. Nice switch, Devin
And
Lattimore.
there they go. They cross the field very nice.
Yeah, use that field. We saw Devin Lattimore come back to cover for her in case she was going to make a run, in case Levine was going to make a run. Nice cover.
And it is Kempin. Now Kempinen's back on this side now.
Yeah, all over the place. Coach Dumoulin doing a good job. Once again, he's moving these girls around very well. She's dangerous over there. Look at that nice cross. She would have got a little bit more air to that. That would have been a lot more dangerous.
Well, here comes Bolton on the rush, and Bridget Dahl comes up there to disrupt the play. And nice play by number 14. Nice couple efforts by Cronquist, Taylor Cronquist. Levine finally gets back to her, but Cronquist made a nice move getting by 2 of the Chazy defenders, and she is stopped. And I'll tell you what, you may get by 1 or 2, but boy, with that defense, it's tough to crack.
Yeah, they cover for each other extremely well. Nice pass right there. That creates a little problem. Nice pass just earlier. You saw Devin Lattimore switching with Levine. And then that's what they need to keep doing. They need to work together, work as a team. Just because you're back on a fullback doesn't mean you got to be back there all the time. You can go up on offense if you haven't run. Watch the boys do that extremely well for the Eagles. These girls are doing it much better than they were at the beginning of the season. They're getting stronger.
Well, Levine goes back on the defensive end here. Nobody on her, but Fisher giving chase. And as Levine has room, she chips it up over to Kempinen over her head. Knocked out of bounds. And Kempinen coming out, and well, it is.
Break by Kempinen. Yeah, she's been hustling all over the field, creating havoc for that defense.
And the ball into Lapierre from Lattimore. And when the season, well, before the season started, preseason, Latchmore and Lapeer were on the same team with the JVs, and they have now moved up to the varsity. So Latchmore's been on the varsity since the beginning of the year. And then you have Caitlin Lapeer.
Yeah, what grade is Devin Lattimore in?
She's a sophomore.
She's only a sophomore too. She's coming back next year.
Oh yeah!
Wow.
They have a lot of firepower coming back next year.
Do they ever? They're going to be a force to be reckoned with again next year.
And they had a lot of nice talent on the JV team that's coming up also.
Yeah, they got some nice girls coming up. Those some nice players coming up through the pipeline. Gonna be nice to see these kids when they come up and play and contribute when they get to be sophomores, juniors. Some of them are going to be doing it as freshmen and maybe younger. This Caitlin Lapeer though, she kind of new to me as far as I really
new this year.
Yeah, she's new. I haven't heard a lot from her as far as soccer playing until she just came in. Boy, she made a lot of noise since she's been playing.
Well, don't you know that Chazy does recruiting out in Europe, and we bring the players in like that? You never heard that one before, Joe?
No, it's a good story though. I don't think it's April Fool's Day. It's supposed to be Halloween, Joe.
Well, right now we are approaching the 4-minute mark here in the first half. It's been a game totally dominated by Chazy up to this point. Not so much on the scoreboard. It's 2-0. They've controlled definitely the pace of the play. They controlled midfield, but Bolton has done a decent job as far as defensing the Chazy offense. And right now it is controlled by the Lady Eagles. And if Bridget Dahl can get loose, she'll let one rip here. And she lets a hard one go wide right, but she's dangerous out there.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to keep the defense honest. You can't just keep working the ball in shallow and shallow and shallow. You got to take some shots from there, from the outside zone. And she does that well. She does it better as good as anybody in the league.
Well, let's say goal kick for the Bolton Eagles, and it goes out to number 15. Totsky out to Fisher, but intercepted by Madeline Gay. She goes over the head of the defense of Bolton, and it looked like Rusi giving chase, but out of bounds. A goal kick for the Bolton Eagles. We now approach the 3-minute mark. Chazy does lead in the goal kick category at 5-0, and they also lead in shots 11-1. Again, I'm Joey Trombley along with Joe Puissant and Calvin Castine. We're bringing you tonight's action here at the George Brendler Field on the 29th of October. Actually, Joe, I don't know, but it actually seems like it's gotten a little warmer.
I just think our jaw's getting loosened up a little bit. Calvin still looks bundled up over there.
Maybe because we're just oh, nice play. Again, there's Fitzgerald coming up big for Bolton. And if it wasn't for Fitzgerald, it could be a lot worse than what it is right now.
Yeah, she's done a good job back there. She's got 12 shots on goal so far, and she's come up with all of them except for 2, and they were both good goals. This Chazy team, they're gonna get a few more here. I have a feeling before the night's over.
Well, you can't keep this kind of pressure and not find the back of the net. So I would think they're going to find a couple more before it's over with. We approach the 2-minute mark here. And again, if everything goes true to form, boy, what a big night it will be this coming Saturday at PHS.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to miss you. I hear you're going to be out of town that weekend, unfortunately. I don't know.
It is unfortunate.
I'm going to have to try to get somebody up here who has the gift of gab like you do. I don't think it's going to be possible, but we're going to have to try.
Yeah, they're out there, believe me. They're out there. Yeah, unfortunately, I will be at a real estate convention, but you're calling the game with Calvin that day, and Wirey's also calling the game, so I'm going to try to get away and see if I can get on the internet and catch some of the game.
Oh, that should be kind of interesting.
So it's wonderful, the power of technology and the internet.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to have to try to get myself a partner that can keep me going. Any suggestions?
Well, we talked about Tom Brandell.
Yeah, I'll have to give Mr. Brandell a call. Tom's going to be doing wiring.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Tom's going to be doing wiring with Rob Knowles.
I'll have to try to get somebody up in the booth. George Brendler. Coach Brendler would be a good one to do it. We were laughing today. I was telling Calvin I watched the 1986 game with the Chazy boys and Northeastern boys playing.
That was on Calvin Vision?
It was on Calvin Vision today.
86?
1986. Yes, it was. And both my boys were laughing because I was bringing up the point. I said, do you hear what he's saying? They said, yeah, he's saying the same things you always say.
21 years later.
And it's still the same concept. Coach Brendler saying the same things as McCullough and Tragan said, and then that's the way it is. You know, it's the same game still.
You know what's amazing when you think about that. You brought up Brendler, Tragan, and McAuliffe. Out of all these years of soccer, there's been only 3 coaches to walk these sidelines.
There was one before Brendler.
Oh, really?
Yes, there was one before Brendler. I'm not sure who it was. It's in the history of Chazy soccer someplace. I read it. I don't remember his name.
Oh, wow.
There was a coach before Coach Brendler.
The other guy.
The other guy.
Well, the first half comes to an end with Chazy leading 2-0.
Wally Pitt. His name was Wally Pitt.
Wally Pitt.
Wally.
All right.
Calvin is just a plethora of knowledge.
Actually, Wally Pitt is the guy who got out of the lineup when Lou Gehrig stepped in and never got out.
I don't know who Wally Pitt was. And we're ready to start the second half here at the George Brendler Field. Joe, the first half was definitely dominated by the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, Lady Eagles coming out having some trouble finishing. They had a ton of shots, 12 shots, some good chances. Hopefully they can keep it going this half. They appear to be controlling this game.
Well, the score kind of doesn't surprise me because Bolton came here about a month ago and it was only 2-0 Chazy. They scored a goal each half, and Bolton actually played fairly well that night.
Yep, they're not playing bad tonight. The keeper's playing well. There's a good play by Ryan right there. Nice recovery by Gay. Nice ball. She has some really nice touch on the ball like Madeline Gay does.
Well, they almost got it over to Kempinen on the far side. It was cleared out by the Bolton player. It looks like Justine Tigger. She's number 4 for them. Very fast. And no, it wasn't Tigger. Got that wrong. She's up in the center here, but it is Kempinen. She has some nice moves. Gets by one player. Nice outside foot trying to find somebody, but nobody there. Sent back toward the center. It's Fisher with the ball. And she pushes it back. A nice little triangle working there. Fisher with the ball for Bolton. Now goes left side over to number 14, Taylor Cronquist. And the ball comes up to Madeline Gay, our number 14. And she gets it up over to Kempinen. Kempinen will work her way toward midfield. It's Kempinen. Kempinen on the right side trying to get by Ali Gribb. And she pushes it over to Latchmore. And Latchmore has it knocked away, and it's controlled by the Bolton Eagles, but taken away by Kempinen back to midfield. So we're getting a little ball movement going back and forth here, Joe.
Yeah, it seems like there's some long kicks going on instead of that short passing game. Seems to be effective for the Eagles. They're hoping for a break. They have some good speed. They did it very well against Elizabeth. A nice through ball right there to Rusi.
Rusi can finish it. She's capable.
Yep. Oh, good try.
But Joe, left foot.
Yeah, nice. That's what you have to see. I love the left foot.
Calvin, he loves the left foot. We saw the left foot here tonight.
Far post.
Well, we did it, but it took early in the second half. But Joe's been dying to say left foot, and he got his chance there with Morgan Rusi, and the kick was wide. But Joe, she's left-footed.
Rusi's left-footed?
I don't know.
she's proficient with both. I've seen her score and pass and kick with both feet, so she's definitely proficient with both.
Oh, this could be dangerous. And a screen, but it is Fitzgerald there. And it was almost like I think Madeline was trying to do a pass inside to the box.
Yeah, it looked like she was trying to hit an open person going through, and it just went right to the keeper.
And Fitzgerald is short with her punt. The ball's headed back toward the 18, and it is good hustle by Latchmore. Latchmore trying to control. She does. Nice play by Devin Latchmore. Goes out to the wing to Kempinen. Kempinen with the ball. Working her way deep into Bolton territory, in toward the box, over to, it's loose. And Rusi goes wide with her right foot there. Doesn't go out, and the ball comes back out. And oh, what an opportunity for Shawnee Tremblay. But a nice play. It was Kempinen who sent it back into the box.
Yeah, you saw the Chazy girls were kind of turned around on this side. They weren't really on the offensive scheme. It didn't look like Rusi and Tremblay. They were kind of turned around, ready to play some defense. Kind of got caught. I don't think they expected that ball to come back in there like that.
No, I don't think the Bolton defense expected to go through like that either.
That's true. nice square ball right there. Nice movement of the field. Using the field smart.
And Dahl with the ball sends it up toward the box. And there's the shot that we know.
There we go.
And there it is. And who else? Madeline Gay. And again, dangerous back there with that hard kick. And her and Bridget Dahl are just an absolutely offensive weapon out there.
Yep, they're strong, very strong girls out there. I haven't seen a better tandem in the league myself consistently. Those two girls, they were there last year, they're there this year, and they're going to be there next year also.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen them both just load up from outside the 18. They such hard kicks, the goalies have a hard time with it.
Yep. That was an unassisted goal by Madeline Gay also. That was great.
Well, that gives Chazy, and that's an important goal to go to 3-0. Because at 2-0 they score, now they're just a goal away from making something happen. 3's a big number.
Yeah, it's a psychological barrier right there. 3 goals this late in the half, or we have we have 36 minutes left. You know, they're going to have to come out and try to score. Bolton is, and they maybe get caught up again. The speed that the Eagles do have on the offensive line, it might open something up for them. Nice hustle.
And it's got to be frustrating for Bolton. I mean, the last 2 years, they've come down here, and if Chazy wins this game, it'll be like 5 or 6 in a row.
Beautiful play right there.
Oh, beautiful play that Chazy will have beaten Bolton.
You know, Bolton really shouldn't be that bad. Most teams that do come into this field, they end up going home with an L. So I don't think they should feel that bad because Chazy is a ranked team. The girls are ranked 10th now.
Number 10, yeah.
They're number 10 in the state now. They started down a lot lower. They've been playing better and better as the season's going on. They're getting strong.
Well, Calvin and I were talking the other day about these girls. They have so many offensive weapons, and you can never replace a Helen Giroux, but it's not that they're just waiting for one person to come through and do something.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Dumoulin has been doing a great job, moving the offense around, moving Kempen in both sides, doing the same.
Well, that's ESPN calling Joe Puissant right now. His phone just came off.
Yeah.
And so Joe is out of here. He's gone to answer the phone. And nice try by Kempinen as she just misses wide left. And Chazy just misses another opportunity to score a goal. They're ahead 3-0 here in the second half. And right now it is Bolton getting ready to set up for the goal kick. It is Fitzgerald conversing with her defensive player. And the defensive player for Bolton will take the kick right now. And she sends it up, and it is controlled by Shawnee Trombley, who will push it back over to Ryan. And it's Fisher and Trombley fighting for the ball. Trombley with the ball, pushes it back over to Ryan. Ryan tries to find Madeline Gay, and the ball is headed toward midfield over to Totsky, goes to right side to Ryan. And Ryan pushes it out over to Shawnee Trombley. Trombley with the ball, has it knocked away, and here comes Goodrow. Goodrow sends it up toward midfield over to Caitlin Lapierre. And the ball goes back into Bolton territory. And it is number 4, Shawnee Trombley. Send it up to midfield to Madeline Gay, who tries to find Ostry Kempinen. And it is Kempinen with the ball being challenged. Trying to get the ball out, and the ball was going out, but she saved it from going out. She's trying to make something happen here. Gets it up over to Shawnee Trombley. And Trombley pushes it up to Kempinen. And actually, it's Madeline Gay making things happen over there, not Shawnee Trombley. She sends it back over to Levine. Levine sends it to the box. And it's cleared out and controlled by Bolton. Bolton comes here to the near side. Trombley giving chase, and Trombley wins the ball. And making a nice move, she slips on the ground. And it's 14. It looks like it is Taylor Conquest and Trombley battling for that ball. A big battle. And it is Ryan with the ball. She sends it back into Bolton territory, and it's set back into Chazy territory. And it is Goodrow with the ball. Goodrow sends it back up to midfield. And Chazy going deep to the right side. And good hustle from the Eagles. Throw-in comes in for the Eagles. And it's sent out to, it's Latchmore giving chase out there. Latchmore trying to send it across. She does. Nice feed into the box, but cleared out by the Bolton defense. And the ball is controlled by Latchmore. Pushes it up over to Kempen and back to Latchmore. Nicely done. Latchmore tried to get a shot off, and it's deflected out. And Bolton trying to get it out of their territory. But good hustle by Latchmore. And it looks like Fisher with the ball. Fisher puts it up over to, it looks like either Grib or Tigger. And it is Justine Tigger, tries to clear it, goes over to Madeline Gay. Madeline Gay find Lapierre, and ball controlled by Madeline Gay. Madeline Gay goes left side over to Lapierre. Lapierre trying to control, knocked away, and Madeline Gay hustles way over nice, but goes over to Ryan, and Ryan puts it over the head of Madeline Gay, and it'll be a throw in for Bolton. We're at the 31-minute mark here. Chazy out shooting Bolton 15-1. They lead 3-0 on the scoreboard. And Fisher coming in, and good play by the defense. And it's nice how the defense just covered for each other, and they actually shielded the ball so it go into Casey Old's hands.
Yeah, nice play in the defense. There was a little mistake here on this side, and they recovered very well from it. They've been pushing up, the Eagles have. They don't want to get caught too far up, especially with a 3-0 lead?
3-0 lead here in the second half. Almost a 30-minute mark, so almost 10 minutes have gone by here in the second half. Chazy has scored one goal this half here on a long, unassisted shot by Madeline Gay. And the ball gets over the 8th grader, but it is Lapierre with the ball. Doing a nice job. Open field over to Shawnee Trombley. A nice play by Lapierre to push it to the open field.
Nice corner ball. Nice play by Trombley.
Shawnee Trombley with the ball. Pushing it back over to Madeline Gay. Gay does a nice job.
Nice support by Gay to come over and give her a nice support. That was good. Nice square ball.
Into the box, and it's cleared out, and it is Latchmore giving chase. 22 and 22 going after each other out there, and that would be Roning. And it will be Bolton Fitzgerald coming out to the 18. And Bridget Dow trying to go to the right side over to Kempinen. Kempinen takes it off the Bolton player, and it should be a goal kick, or a corner kick, I mean. And Shawnee Trombley will set up for the corner kick for the Eagles. Morgan Rusi has come into the game. Out is coming Victoria Reynolds. Shawnee Trombley with the kick. Nice high kick into the box, shot by Dahl, and Bridget Dahl just did not get her foot on it. If she would have, that would have been another goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a little soft right to the keeper, a little roller right to the keeper. It was right to her. She didn't have to go to the left or right. It was right to her. She played it nice. No rebounds from her.
Nice head, nice trap.
Beautiful trap right there by Kempinen. Kempinen has some extremely good footwork.
Very well skilled player.
Yeah, she goes with that speed. She's going to be a player definitely to be reckoned with. She already is, and she's going to get better as she goes on. She's only a freshman this year.
She'll get noticed. It's just a matter of time before she finds the All-Star team.
Yeah.
They don't normally give it to underclassmen like that. So with her going to be a sophomore next year, she has 3 years to get there.
Oh yeah, I have no doubts, barring injury or anything else, that girl is going to be heard from.
Well, Bolton will set up for the goal kick. It is Fitzgerald, Carol Ann Fitzgerald, who's played a very nice game for the Bolton Eagles tonight. Chazy has 3 goals, and there's been 17 shots on net, and so that means she's come up 14 times to keep the Eagles off the scoreboard. And she played well in the MVAC. She played well here about a month ago, too, when they first played, and it was a 2-0 game.
Yeah, you're seeing Bolton there. They're kind of laying back a little bit. They're getting a little tired. I don't know. They haven't made a whole lot of subs. They have quite a large bench, it looks like, but the coach doesn't. I guess he doesn't feel comfortable enough to sub that often with his kids. I don't know if they're freshmen or junior varsity players that he's brought up for this game, like a lot of teams do. But he doesn't seem to really be subbing a whole lot. The Chazy girls team, they're very well conditioned. They have good conditioning. They can go. They play. The only people that hasn't been subbed on the Chazy team has been Madeline Gay, Bridget Dahl, and the rest of the defense and the keeper. They haven't been subbed yet. Everybody else has been out, I believe, at least once.
And the next whistle, Victoria Reynolds will check in for the Lady Eagles. And right now it's Fitzgerald with a punt for the Bolton Eagles, and she sets the kick almost just short of midfield, headed by Gay. Gay hustles to her ball, but it's controlled by Bolton. And it is Levine. Nice defensive play from Levine.
Yeah, she's been solid. She's a senior this year.
She's a senior.
She's a senior. She played well last year also.
And, well, she's one of the 4 on that defense, which has been rock solid this year. We've said this earlier in the telecast. Chazy has only given up 6 goals all year long, but one of those goals have been to these Bolton Eagles.
Yeah, Bolton, they better get on their horses pretty quick if they're going to make anything of this game. Because they've only had 1 shot. Yeah, excuse me, 2 shots. 2 shots so far this whole game. We have 25 minutes left. They don't seem to be able to mount any kind of an offensive threat against this Eagles team.
Well, this game has been controlled by the Lady Eagles, and they get the call there. And throw in for Chazy, and the ball goes into, it is going toward Rusey. Rusey chips it up. And controlled by Latchmore. Trying to find Victoria Reynolds on the far side. No, it's actually trying to find Caitlin Lapierre. Lapierre with the ball has it knocked away, out of bounds. Throw in for the Eagles. And Latchmore will send it down the line over to Lapierre. Lapierre trying to send it across. She gets by 1 player. And the ball goes into the box. And Kempinen lets the shot rip. And oh, side now, I thought it was inside, but she just kicked it wide. But a nice feed from the 8th grader.
Yeah, Sam Levine just come off with an injury on that right side defense. Looks like they moved Ryan over to the right side to put Shawnee Trombley over to the left side of this defense. I don't know really, it looks like some kind of a leg injury that she has right now. I don't know how she sustained it.
So they move Shawnee Trombley back on the defensive end, it looks like, huh?
Yep, and Shawnee Trombley's going to do, she does a good job. She's been a halfback here for all this year. She's one of the high scorers too, also in the region. So it's kind of interesting to put her back there in defense. Coach Dumoulin realized she can play it all. If you're a halfback, you got to play offense and defense. You're going to be all over the field.
Well, she's a solid player. She won't hurt him on the wing, that's for sure. We got Ryan on the far side, and it is Ryan giving chase. And they're saying green throw. It was off a Chazy player. And it looks like Parker taking the throw in for the Bolton team. They are deep in the Chazy territory. We're approaching the 23-minute mark here, left here in the game. Chazy with a 3-0 lead. If they win this game, they move on to the next round. And I'm sure they're anxious to find out who won between Willsboro and Elizabethtown earlier today. Actually, Joe, we have Brian Norcross just below us. Maybe you could find out if he's find out a score yet. Go ahead and ask him.
Mr. Norcross, you know the score of the first girls game, the Etown and Willsboro?
Etown won the shootout.
They won the shootout? Etown won the game in a shootout.
So the Etown girls will made it to the finals, but they won in a shootout, penalty kick shootout against Willsboro.
Yeah, sounds like an exciting game.
It sounds like a real exciting game. And you know, you see a lot of that at this stage of the game here, not the game, but of the playoffs. A lot of teams, even teams that are favored, a lot of times they go down to that penalty kick because for whatever reason they just can't find the back of the net.
Yeah, that happens, and it's a shame to have to win or I guess to have to lose like that. But you have to have a winner in this time of year, and that's how they do settle it. It's standard procedure. They play some overtimes, play some sudden death overtimes, and then they go to shootout.
Well, you know what I thought would be a neat thing? Well, here's an opportunity but nice. Look at Shawnee Trombley come hustling back.
Yeah.
And there's Goodrow sends it up over to Kempinen. But what I think they should do, instead of a kick out like that, is play where every 2 minutes you take a player off.
Oh, that would be interesting.
And then what happens, the better conditioned team would probably end up winning that game.
Yeah, that's possible. There's a good chance right there for the Eagles.
Oh, nice try by Reynolds. Calvin, what's your thought on that? I mean, you've been doing this for many years, and you hate to see anything come down to penalty kicks. But I know that was thrown around before where you keep the players out, and as a minute or so goes by, you pull a player off.
Men's league did that a number of years ago, and they were down to about 5 or 6 guys on the field, and they were getting tired. And when you do that, you don't replace those guys. They're on the field; they stay right on there.
So, wouldn't you say the better conditioned team will eventually pull it off?
Well, the team that scores is going to pull it off, and sometimes it just takes a lucky shot. But yeah, generally the better conditioned team will do it.
But I mean, how did that work? Was that a decent concept to try, or that they did, or that didn't add to it?
Well, I think anything is better than a shootout. When I first started taping, the shootout was you take the ball and dribble it in and shoot. You wouldn't take a penalty kick. You dribble in and shoot it. That was the penalty kicks.
So where did they dribble from?
I forget. Maybe the 18. They would get the ball out there and dribble it in and shoot it around the 6-yard line.
But they had to shoot it before they got.
Oh yeah, the ref would blow the whistle, and you had so many seconds to get the shot off.
Well, that's different.
And you had a second whistle, and if the ball was still alive, as I recall, this has been 20 years since I saw this happen, but as I recall, as long as the ball was still alive, you had that time ticking down, you could get a rebound and put it in.
Well, that'd be a little different. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, it reminds me of hockey, what they're doing in hockey now. They settle it with the shootouts instead of having ties in the NHL, don't they? They have shootouts now.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, very similar to that.
Yeah, that's true. They come in like a penalty shot for them.
That's what it is, a penalty shot, and it makes it kind of interesting.
In hockey it does, but boy, like in soccer, you play all this time, and it comes down to who can kick penalty kicks.
Yeah, that's true, but maybe some of it has to do with light also. I mean, they only have so much time. It's getting dark early nowadays, and they have to finish the game before it gets dark, and most of these fields aren't fortunate enough to have lights.
Right, that's true. That's true. Well, we know E-Town has now made it to Plattsburgh High School next weekend, and Chazy is under 20 minutes, 19 minutes and a half away from having a date with Destiny again, the E-Town Lions.
Yep. It should be interesting to see. Probably, more than likely, you're going to end up seeing the boys and the girls squaring off. I think the E-Town boys have to play, is it Bolton tomorrow
Indian
night?
Lake.
Yeah, or Indian Lake, excuse me. They got to play Indian Lake tomorrow night.
But Indian Lake knocked off Johnsburg.
Indian Lake had a big upset last week against Johnsburg, who was the division or the
quarterfinals.
Yeah, they're in the quarterfinals. They were
and Johnsburg played the game of their life here.
They did the game before. You find that a lot of times. You'll play the game of your life against a team of Chazy's caliber. Come out on the short end of the stick barely. It was a 1-0 victory by the Eagles, and then you have a letdown after that.
Right,
and it happens. It happens in all levels of sports. You see that sometimes.
Well, Coach McAuliffe told that to the Johnsburg AD. He goes, I've seen it happen so many times where they come in and they're really pumped for a game like this, and then the next game's kind of like a letdown. They think they're going to win it, and then all of a sudden they know the whistle blows and they end up losing the game.
It happens. And that's the old saying. That's why they play the games. And it's this time of year, you lose, you have one bad game, and you're going to be going home. If you're a senior, it's unfortunate. If you are the better team, and it happens. That's the nature of the beast in playoff soccer. That's why they have playoff soccer.
Well, no matter what section you're in, there's only one team that at the end of the year can say they won their last game.
Yeah, most of the time, and even those teams now, the majority of them, due to regional and state play, most of those teams lose also. That's the nature of the beast.
Well, that's true, but if you win your last game, that means you won the state championship.
Yeah, if you do win it.
If you do win it. Oh, here's an opportunity. And nice left foot shot by Morgan Rusi. She had spin on that ball, but Fitzgerald came up to the task.
Yeah, she was right there hugging that close, the near post. She made a nice play on that. Rusi was trying to squeeze that ball in between her and that post. Nice play.
And you got Kempen and you got Lapierre and you got Rusi, and boy, you got 3 offensive weapons coming in over there, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, they pass very well to each other, extremely well to each other. they work. They're working well to each other, this girls team here. Going to be interesting to see if the sectional game, the finals this weekend, looks like it's going to be the Chazy Eagles and the Elizabethtown Lions for the girls. Are going to square it all up tomorrow night as far as the boys go. So we'll have maybe we have a Chazy and Elizabethtown going at it again, two old nemesis.
Well, boy, it looks like Chazy and Elizabethtown now, and I'll tell you, 4 times in one season. God, I said this earlier. Who wants to play the same team 4 times in one season? Yeah, especially an arch rival.
Yeah, you don't mind if it's if to be the best, you got to play the best. And Elizabethtown is the other best team so far, and this Chazy girls team is the best team. So it's nice to see the 2 best teams did make it to the finals.
That's true.
To square this up once and for all, the Chazy's up on Elizabethtown 2 games to 1. And this is a whole new game here coming up Saturday, so it should be interesting.
And plus, they'll be playing on that synthetic field. But of course, that was the same type of field in Osable Valley, I think.
Yeah, I think they're the same exact fields, as a matter of fact. They look extremely similar. It's a lot surer footing. You've seen some of the girls here tonight slipping a little bit because of the wetness of the field. It's been raining a little bit. There's some dew maybe. I don't know if they have their long cleats. I don't know if the girls have long cleats for an outdoor game, or if they change cleats. I know some of the boys definitely do. They change cleats for the different surfaces, and it can make a difference. You get a longer cleat on a surface like this, it'll prevent you from slipping. I've noticed some of the girls going down.
Well, right now we have Heather Gay just getting ready to check into the game for the Lady Eagles here. And Chazy is 15 minutes away from making it to another championship game here. And it will be against their arch rival. Oh, Chazy player just went down. And she's back up. But I'm not sure who was that down. It was Morgan that went down. And it will be Chazy with the ball trying to find Lapeer. And good hustle by Cronquist. Controlled by Kempinen. Kempinen with the ball pushes it back over to Shawnee Tremblay. She goes into the open field left side over, yes, beautiful play over to Caitlin Lapeer. Lapeer back over to Kempinen. Kempinen working her way over, and it is Madeline Gay. Pushes it back over to Kempinen. Kempinen gets a weak shot off. She'll hustle back to the ball. And Beth Fisher with the ball trying to keep it in. And she does. Nice play by Fisher. And nice give and go from the Bolton players. And some nice pass work by the Bolton team right now. And there's Totsky with the ball for Bolton. She tries to get it out. And there's Bridget Dahl. Tough stopper. Stops it, sends it back deep into Bolton territory. And the defense for Bolton wisely sends it out. And Chazy will get ready on the offensive attack, and it is Heather Gay coming into the game right now. And Madeline Gay is going to get a much-needed rest.
Yeah, she's been hustling the whole game. She's been hustling the whole season, Madeline Gay. I think she was an all-star this year, I'm sure.
Yep.
Right, yeah, I'm sure she was. Right there. Oh, almost. There's a chance. She was an all-star last year, Madeline Gay. She's very, very strong player. She plays hockey also. She played on the Empire State game. She was on a gold medal.
She won a gold medal this year.
Gold medal in the Empire State games playing hockey for the Adirondack region.
Well, you bring that up. Hats off to 2 Chazy players that had gold medals. Nolan Ryan for the Adirondack team in soccer, and Madeline Gay in hockey.
Yep, that's nice.
Now, was Heather or was Helen on that team, or was she too old for that?
Helen was too old this year, yeah. She had previously played at the Empire Games. I don't know what success they had as far as medals go, but Helen was on an Empire State team, her and Madeline the year before. Madeline made it again last year. She was of age. Helen aged out, and Madeline did very well, their team.
I mean, she was a contributor on that team.
Yeah. Gee, I don't even know what position she plays when she plays. She's playing hockey. I don't know what position. Offense or defense, I don't think it really matters. She has skill level on both sides, I'm sure.
a very athletic individual. And we're approaching the 12-minute mark now. Chazy with a 3-0 lead. It's 20 shots to 2 in favor of Chazy. Corner kicks also favor Chazy 6-0. And Chazy leads where it matters most on the scoreboard, where they lead 3-0 right now. And they haven't scored as often as they did in the MVAC, but they're doing well enough to win this game.
Yeah, but there's one right here. Here's a chance.
Oh, what a play!
Nice play.
Oh, nice defensive play by the Bolton. Excellent play by the goalie. Excellent play by the defensive player. And Bolton dodged the bullet there, Joe.
Oh, yeah. They dodged. And they were going to pad the lead a little bit. The Eagles were Chazy Eagles. That was a nice play by that. I said it earlier in the game that this keeper's she's a good one. She's had to beat tonight.
Well, she came up. Lapierre. If she does not score in this game, this will be the first varsity game since coming up that she has not scored.
Yeah, and she almost had one there. It was close.
It looks like she wants to do another one here.
Nice.
Oh. She let it rip high. I'm thinking, oh my, she just might prove me wrong here.
She's not a very big kid either. She's not very tall. She's slim, but she can move. She has some good wheels.
Well, she has the instinct to finish, and that I don't think you can really teach somebody either.
You can't teach that. You can't teach that. She has a good smell for the net.
Here they come again. Reynolds sends it across, and it gets over the head of Lapierre, but good hustle by Morgan Rusey. Rusey giving good chase, and it's Rusey with the ball. She lets the shot go. It was a weak shot, and it's now Heather Gay picking the ball up. And ball comes up to Shawnee Trombley being challenged by Fisher. And it goes over to Victoria Reynolds. Reynolds with the ball. Nice move by Reynolds. And she's working her way through the Bolton defense. And cleared to midfield. It is Bridget Dahl with the ball. Dahl with the ball, pushes it out over to Reynolds. Reynolds gets by, it's off Reynolds, and it looks like a green throw-in. Under 10 minutes to go here. Chazy with a 3-0 lead. Again, I'm Joey Trombley along with Joe Poussant, Calvin Castine on the camera, and we are in Chazy at the George Brendler Field. It actually is not a bad night for a soccer game. It's cooler than we've seen it. Oh, what a play. Nice try by number 24. But there's no win for us because the win is behind us. And so we're protected up here in the press box. And here comes substitution. It looks like Gabby Whedon coming in and Devin Latchmore. And Caitlin Lapierre came up because Gabby Whedon was hurt. So it looks like Gabby's obviously gotten better from her injury.
Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with her. She's back on the field, though.
Yep, that's nice to see.
Yep.
And nice feed into the box. Oh, Fitzgerald goes up high, and we have a collision. And that looked like Fitzgerald.
Stop the clock.
I'm not sure who was trying to go in there. If that was Latchmore?
I don't know.
Was it Gabby Whedon? It looked like Gabby Whedon just coming into the game. She went into that goal hard along with Fitzgerald.
It's awfully greasy right there. And
yeah.
Anything could happen. I think earlier when Lapierre went in for a shot and the keeper stopped it, I think if Lapierre had better footing, she would have had a much stronger shot, but she just couldn't get the footing.
Yeah, it is slick through there. When coming out here before the game, it was pretty nasty. And number 3, Jennifer Levine, getting ready to check in for the Lady Eagles here. We're approaching the 8.5-minute mark, as well as Allie Mitchell. Both getting ready to check in, as well as Austri Kempinen, I think, or maybe she's going to be the ball girl. I think she's going to be the ball girl. And it is Rusey pushing it up over to, nice pass. She scores again, Caitlin Lapierre. And Joe, she scores again. What a play by Rusey.
Yeah,
very unselfish.
Very unselfish, but she worked for that too. She made she had a tough time getting it up there. She controlled that ball, then she made a beautiful pass over to Caitlin Lapeer right through the middle.
Well, since Lapeer has come up to the varsity, she has scored in every game so far.
Yeah, nice to see. Nice to see. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with next year with more experience.
Yeah, she'll be seasoned as a freshman.
Yeah, I think Rusi was playing center forward at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Coach Dumoulin's moving these girls around very well tonight. Moving them all around. Rusi's played on the side. She's played in the middle now. Nice pass.
But very impressed that she, very unselfish. She just pushed that ball through. Nice heads-up play by Morgan Rusi. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you put the ball in their foot, be proud of yourself, because a nice pass is just as pretty as a person that finishes it.
Oh yeah, you got to have the pass before you have the goal. It's just the way it is. Unless your keeper can kick it 75 yards every time,
Yeah, well, that doesn't normally happen.
No.
That doesn't normally happen. Oh, you talk about kicking the ball. The goalie for Johnsburg, 95% of the ball would just roll the ball out to his defensive unit, and they'd come out and make the play happen. And you wonder why you didn't see more of that out there, because it wasn't a 50-50 ball. It was give it to your defense and then make them turn into offense.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, though, if you have a team that can harass a defense like Chazy normally can. They harass the defense, your offensive players. They create opportunities that way. You make the defense do things they don't want to do with the ball. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll shank it, they'll pass it off before they want to, just for harassing them. And it pays off.
Well, Kempinen has been relieved of her ball girl duties. She's getting ready to check back into the game, and now Victoria Reynolds is now the ball girl of record. And it is Bolton coming down here. We're under 7 minutes here left in the game. Chazy with a 4-0 lead. They have outshot Bolton 24-2, and 6 minutes away from another date with a championship game down at Plattsburgh High School. And in the last week and a half, what Chazy has accomplished, because up until a week and a half ago, they were second in their division.
Yeah, they've done well. They've stepped up their play. Good play.
Very nice play. Up until a week and a half ago, Chazy had to beat Elizabethtown twice just to win the North, which gave them the top seed, even to get into the MVAC championship game. So in that period of time, they've won 3 games, and this could be their 4th game.
Yeah, 4 big ones here in a row. They've some second playoff game, actually 3rd if you want to count the MVAC championship, 4th if you want to count the one against to go into the playoffs.
Yeah, and then this will be their 5th game.
So they've had some high-pressure games. They've responded very well, these girls. Have they allowed a goal?
Just the one to Bolton in the MVAC.
That was it.
In the Mariah team that came down here, they had never played Mariah before, and even though Mariah came into this game with a 1-11 record, they all play all CVAC teams out there.
Yep.
So I thought this could be a true test, and Chazy just dominated that game.
Yep, Chazy, the girls are playing really well here the last few weeks. They're going to have to keep up this level of play going into the sectionals, coming into the sectional championship game here Saturday night. And to go on, they're going to have to get and keep playing strong, because these other teams that are coming into, they're going to be playing. They're all good. Every team, when you're going to the regionals, most of the teams are good.
Well, like we said, Joe, after every game, it gets progressively tougher.
Yep. And as it should. You're going to be playing their other section's best team, unless sometimes you do have a team that can get hot at the right moment. You can have a 6th or 7th seed team can get hot at the right moment, or they bring back some players from injuries that have been sitting out, and you can get a team
or they
like
bring
that.
some teams up, or some players up from the JVs,
some
or
players
the
up from some younger players that can come in and play extremely well, and it can happen. Normally it doesn't, but I've seen it happen before. We were talking earlier. One time Willsboro came up here, and the boys probably about 8 years ago, and they were not favored to win by all. And Willsboro came up here and beat the Eagles in Chazy in a sectional game. So anything can happen.
Absolutely, and I think last week when Chazy played Elizabethtown, they weren't ready for the Caitlin Lapeer factor.
No, and Coach Dumoulin was moving those girls around more than what he had previous games. He was moving them around on the offense. They couldn't key in on Reynolds. They couldn't key in on Kampanen or Rusi or Gay or anybody because he was moving them around extremely well. Every time they were subbed in, he'd move one in, move one over, and it's hard to keep track of a goal scorer like Reynolds. You know, and you don't know where she's going to be. If you're going to mark her with your best defensive player and your best defensive player is playing 35 yards out, well, that hurts your defense.
Exactly. And it's a throw-in for Bolton. We're at the 3-minute mark here in the second half. 3 minutes left into the game. And Chazy is, well, leading 4-0, and they will be moving on to the next round. So, but for the Bolton team, the top team in the South, nothing to be ashamed of. But for 7 seniors, this is their final game, and it's always sad to see the seniors play their last game.
Yeah, always sad to see that. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, and the Chazy girls definitely prove that they are the better team tonight. They have outshot them, outplayed them, outcontrolled the game. They've done extremely well. Good coaching by Coach Dumoulin, moving those girls around on the front line.
Well, here's an opportunity, and nice defensive player, and who else? Bridget Dahl. She's out there limping, but she was right there to make sure that ball was not, they weren't going to get a shot off.
No, Bridget's tough. She's tough. She controls that middle of that defense from that stopper position.
She's a little banged up right now, so I think she's going to enjoy a few days rest before the championship game on Saturday.
Yeah, she will. There's a good ball movement right there by Rusi. She just lost, but she was trying to beat a couple, just trying to make a through pass again to that left side.
It looks like Marie Trombley out there, and Trombley made a nice try, and it's a throw-in for the Bolton Eagles here. And we're down to about 1:30 here left into the game. Again, we're at the George Brendler Field here in Chazy on the 29th of October. One of our colder nights calling a game, but it's with no wind. It makes it manageable. And this could, the smart play on the goalie. She saw it. She thought it could take a big bounce and backed up. And Casey Olds, that's why she's the goalie that she is.
Yep, and I think she was used to playing in that first half. She was playing down here. It looks quite a bit more sloppy in front of this Bolton net than it is in front of the Chazy net. I think Casey Olds, she was used to playing in front of a little bit of that slop. Nice step up right there by Shawnee Trombley. Way to step in front of that ball.
And Gabby Wheating giving chase right now for the Lady Eagles. And Levine makes a nice play.
White! White!
25 seconds to go. And for the quarter and semifinal games, Chazy will have scored 14 goals and haven't given up any.
Very impressive for a playoff run they've had. They haven't given up any goals. It's some tough competition, and it's nice to see. They're gonna need this momentum. Hopefully they can carry it into the finals game here Saturday night.
Well, this game comes to an end here at the George Brendler Field on the 29th of October. Chazy with a very impressive, dominating game in all aspects of the game, out shooting Bolton 24-2. Corner kicks were 7-0, and then of course they outscore them 4-0. So Chazy will move on to the next round. It'll be actually the championship game against Elizabethtown, who we heard earlier beat Willsboro in a shootout, and. It's a beautiful night. It's George Brendler Field. And Joe, any final thoughts on tonight's game?
No, impressive showing by the Chazy Eagles. Congratulations to Bolton for having a fine season. And hopefully good luck to the Eagles playing the Lions this Saturday night.
And Calvin, any final thoughts from you tonight?
Wasn't as cold as I thought it would be, Joe.
Either, when I first got here, I said, man, I'm all bundled up, but it's really not that bad. We're protected from the wind. And as Calvin and Sam like to say, that's the way it was on October 29th in beautiful downtown Chazy.